You ever watch a football match and wonder not just who will win, but how it all unravels? How two teams, two completely different ideologies, mentalities, systems collide in 90 minutes of calculated chaos. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about Manchester City versus Aston Villa, April 23rd. On paper, it looks like a clash between the Premier League juggernaut and an ambitious side still carving out its identity. But look closer, peel back the layers, and you'll see a tactical battle that's more like a chess match than a simple game of goals. Let's dive into it. First things first, City. Pep Guardiola's Manchester City. They don't play football the way most teams do. They play possession, like a conductor plays a symphony, controlling tempo, mood, rhythm. Every pass has intent. Every triangle has purpose. Every overload, a trap waiting to be sprung. They suffocate you with the ball, not just to score, but to exhaust your patience, to lull you into pressing in the wrong place. And then snap Kevin De Bruyne slices you apart with a no-look pass that leaves your entire backline wondering what just happened. But and here's the part most people miss: City have vulnerabilities. Yes, I said it. Despite the control, despite the brilliance of Foden, the lethal presence of Haaland, and the balance of Rodri, City can be exposed, particularly in transitions. When they lose the ball in high positions, especially if their fullbacks are caught too far up, there's space. Dangerous space. And that's where Aston Villa can bite. Now, let me tell you something about Unai Emery's Villa. This isn't the same side from 2 seasons ago. This Villa is disciplined, structured, deadly on the break, and most importantly believes in itself. Their biggest weapon? Ollie Watkins. He's not just fast, he's intelligent. He times his runs perfectly. He plays off the shoulder of the last defender like he's got a sixth sense. And when you have a player like Moussa Diaby on the wing feeding him, suddenly, a simple clearance from your center-back becomes a deadly counterattack. So let's imagine how this match unfolds. City will dominate the ball. That's almost a guarantee. You'll see them slowly pushing Villa back, probing side to side, then boom, an underlap from Bernardo Silva, or a switch from De Bruyne. But Villa won't panic. They'll hold their shape, 2 banks of 4, or perhaps a 4-2-3-1, morphing into a 4-4-2, out of possession. McGinn will bite in midfield. Tielemans will shield. Konsa and Torres? They'll sit deep, absorb. And then it happens. A loose ball. A deflection. A blocked shot. In a blink, it's with Luiz. He turns, bang, Diaby's gone. Now it's a race. Kyle Walker is fast, but can he track back 60 yards after pressing so high? Can Ruben Dias and John Stones organize in time before Watkins is bearing down? This is the moment Villa waits for. Not 10 of them. Not 5. Just 1 or 2. And that might be all they need. But let's pause. Because this game isn't just about tactics. It's about decisions. Micro decisions made in milliseconds. Does City go all in with their midfielders and risk transitions? Does Emery instruct his wingers to drop deeper and make it a cagey affair? And what happens if City score early? Do Villa abandon the low block and chase? Or do they stick to the plan and wait for their moment? That's the beauty of this matchup. It's not brute force. It's mental warfare. Let's zoom in a bit. Let's talk Kevin De Bruyne. You want a game changer? He's your guy. Not just because he can assist from literally anywhere on the pitch, but because he manipulates defenders. He pulls them out of position, not by dribbling, but by existing. He drops into the half-space, center-back follows suddenly. There's a gap. He makes a late run into the box. Nobody tracks. Suddenly, there's a goal. And then there's Foden. I mean, how do you stop him when he's on? He drifts inside, he stretches wide, he takes shots you don't expect, and scores goals that don't seem physically possible. He's become more than just talent. He's become an endpoint in Guardiola's attack. But here's the wild card. Aston Villa have their own disruptors. Douglas Luiz, silent assassin. He reads the game so well, and in this fixture, he'll be crucial. If he can anticipate those inside passes and start Villa's counter early, he becomes the catalyst. And then Watkins. Let's not underestimate him. He's not just a striker. He's an outlet, a presser, a psychological thorn. The kind of forward who makes center-backs think twice every time they step forward. And don't forget set pieces. Villa are no strangers to taking advantage when the chaos of the game hits pause. Now let's talk about the flanks. This is where the real battle might be. City often create overloads on the left with Grealish and Gvardiol pushing high. But in doing so, they leave space. If Villa can time their wide transitions, they can isolate Akanji or Dias in one-on-one duels. Do not be surprised if this match is decided not by a masterful goal, but by a small mistake. A missed clearance. A misread offside trap. A second yellow that shouldn't have happened. The margins are that tight. So here's the bottom line. If City keep the tempo high, if they move the ball with purpose, and if their press clicks early, this could be a suffocating night for Villa. But if Villa can survive the first 20 minutes, frustrate City, break the rhythm, and sneak in a goal, this match flips. Now you're watching a different game. Now City has to chase. And when City chases, they leave gaps. This is what makes football poetry. It's not just about who's better, it's about who bends the game to their will. And that's why you need to watch this game. Because tactics aside, this is a test of identity. Is City still the most dominant machine in world football? Or is Villa ready to shake up the hierarchy? Are we watching the calm before the storm, or the start of a statement from a club that refuses to stay in the shadows? We'll find out on April 23rd. But don't blink. Because by the time you look away, someone might already be celebrating something spectacular.